Okay, hello everyone again. This is Ray Garrett. This is part 2 of the campaign training. And what we'd like to do today is prime the pump. So what I mean by that is once you create your campaign, which you learned how to do just previously in part number 1, what we want to do is at the end of each day, you want to send a short email to the folks you plan on calling the next day. If you do this every day and you do it correctly, it'll help in 2 ways. The first way it'll help is it'll help you saturate your market, so you're not just simply doing random searches and calling the same 1,000 people over and over again. This is a way that can methodically help you saturate your market. But the second most important way that this helps you is that it's not necessarily a cold call. When you're sending out an email ahead of time, you're saying, hey, we have a desperate need in your territory. I'm going to be giving you a call in the next couple of days, but please call me ahead of time. So the benefit behind that is that you will, when you call them the next day, you'll simply say, hey Bob, did you get the email that I sent you? It was the other day. And he'll either say, well, yeah, I got it and I'm kind of interested, or I'm not interested. Or he's like, no, I didn't get it. Then you can say, well, that's okay. Here's what it said. And then you can just kind of go into your call. It's a way to be, it's an introductory icebreaker, so to speak. So it makes it easier than just kind of calling up out of the blue. So anyway, here's what we're going to do to prime the pump. We're first going to take a look. We're going to take a look in Searchlight, and you're going to, this is the main screen that you see in Searchlight. By now you already know how to log in. And as you remember in part 1, we created a campaign, and that campaign was the KW, the Keller Williams agents who have between $1 and $800,000 in production over the past 12 months. And if you remember, there are 42 of those guys. So what I'm going to do is simply go here. I'm going to click on that campaign we created, and if you're watching part 2 and you haven't watched part 1, it would be extremely helpful to stop now and go back and look at part 1 to see how we created this. So what we're going to do now is we simply clicked on that campaign. Now I'm going to export it. So I'm going to click on this export button here, and I'll warn you that every browser has a different way, whether it's Safari, whether it is Internet Explorer, whether it is Firefox, whether it is Chrome, or whatever internet browser you use, is going to have a different way of exporting files. It's okay, just do whatever it tells you. I'm in Google Chrome right now. So I'm just going to download, it's going to ask me to save, and there we go. I've downloaded that. I've exported all of those candidates into an Excel spreadsheet. This is a CSV sheet. So you see there's 40, I think it was 43, yep, 42 rather. First line is a menu line. So what we're going to do here is all we're interested in are these email addresses here. And it's in, whenever you download, it'll be in column K. So I'm going to simply just do a copy and paste of the email addresses. Now, I went ahead and created an email message. So here's my email message. It basically says, hi there, my partner, Mark Bowser, and I, and Mark is the recruiter there in Phoenix, and this is Glendale's in Phoenix, Arizona, or a suburb thereof. And I are looking for a few agents to join us as Zip Realty in order to work with existing and new buyer and seller leads in the Glendale and Peoria area. We have a great need to bring on more agents there to handle our lead flow. We will provide you with the clients, you provide the expertise in showing them a home and writing contracts. And I'm just noticing little typos that I made. In writing contracts, it's that simple. We need folks right away. Mark or I will reach out and give you a call in the next couple of days, but if you want to capitalize on this opportunity right away, please give us a call. And then I just put Mark and Mark's number down here. It's coming from me, so I want to have my name in there, otherwise I wouldn't be in there as well. So I'm just going to put in a title here, so there we go. I'm just make up a title here. I mean, it's a pretty good title. We need agents to handle leads in Glendale. And so there's my title. So what I'm going to do is, you probably already know by now, I can access a corporate directory by hitting the the to button or the CC button. This is the corporate directory, but I don't need that. Remember, I copied all of those email addresses from Excel. So now I'm just going to simply click in the BCC field, which is blind copy, and I'm going to paste those there. Hit OK, and that puts all of those emails there in the blind copy. First of all, I never want to do more than 100 or so, because you'll get caught up in the spam filters if you do that. But the reason I'm blind copying is I don't want people, all of these agents may know one another, because they're working out of the same office. I don't want each one of them to see they all got the same email. So I blind copy, and they won't know. The only people they'll see is Mark and I. They won't see anyone else. So once I get that in there, you just simply have your email ready, paste those into the blind copy, and now when I hit send, exactly, I'm just going to put, actually now I'm looking at it, I'm going to put Zip Realty Inc. here. So that way they know they have a second place of where we're going. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and hit send, and that sends that email out to those 40 or so candidates. Now, if you want to get fancy, I just wanted to show you the easy way of doing it. Okay, let me show you something else that you can do though. If you want to get fancy, depending on, and I'm not going to send out another email, obviously. I am going to put Mark's name in here again. And you remember what the text was, and I'll go ahead and put the email addresses in to kind of give you a refresher on that. I simply click on the CC button, go down here and paste those in. Now they're in there. Now I'm not going to send anything now, but if you want to get a little fancier, what I did before was great. You just sent the email, it's out there. But if you want to know who reads your emails, if you want to see who read them, then you can send it, rather than sending it like I just sent it. Before you send it, just simply go to Options, and then hit Request a Read Receipt. And once you do that, you send it out that way, you'll get a read receipt of anybody who reads the email. So that'll give you an idea, out of the 40 or 50 people that you sent it to, 7 or 8 of them read it. So that's a little extra if you want to do that. Not necessary. You simply send out the email. But this, that's just one extra little helpful hint to you. So there you go. That, in a nutshell, is how we go about sending a Prime the Pump email. Now, after I send that Prime the Pump email, all I've got to do is simply go back into Searchlight, and then I go back into my campaign, run my campaign, and start calling off the campaign of the people that I sent the email to. The way that you should do this is anybody you talk to, remove them from the campaign. Anybody you leave more than 2 messages for, like say today you go to call all these 43 people, you're removing everybody that you talk to and putting them into your follow-up stream. But if you don't talk to them, you leave a message. Tomorrow you call the people that you left a message for yesterday. If you leave a second message, remove them from the campaign as well. This will help you saturate and go through. When you get done with Keller Williams agents, the next search you might do is from 800 to 1.6 million. Then you might do from 1.6 million to 3 million in volume. Then you might move from Keller Williams agents there in Glendale to Coldwell Banker agents, and so forth and so on, until you're able to saturate Glendale, and then you move on to a different territory. Once you get done with the campaign, though, you just want to make sure that you delete the campaign, so you don't have a bunch of old campaigns here that are clogging up the works there. So anyway, thank you so much.